Hey there, folks. This is Was That in Good Taste? And we have a little bit of something interesting going on here. The day we're recording this, of course, which is March 2nd, 2020, is the day before Super Tuesday. And since the podcast is about politics and politicking and the stuff, we thought it'd be fun, this channel's idea, that we kind of throw out some our predictions for how it's going to fall out.
You know, we got a big bowl game coming up this Tuesday, and we just want to see how it's going to play out on the stats and the scoreboards before it actually plays out on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Sports ball. So,
you know, we're just going to play out there for our brothers in arms. You know, we're playing for the colors of the jersey, not the names on the backs of them. You know what I'm saying?
Give your balls a tug, fucking shirt tucker. That's it.
Pull your finger out of your ass.
Pull your finger out of your ass.
Bud?
What the fuck you doing? Mix 80 of them up. So, Super Tuesday. Why is it important?
Because that's when all the Catholics give up their stuff for Lent, right?
Well,
It's Mardi Gras.
if you say so.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh.
In order to win the Democratic nomination, you need 1,991 delegates.
That's a lot of delegates.
That's a lot. Wee!
Oh, god damn, that's a lot of delegates.
And on Super Tuesday, 16 states award a total of 1,300 and I have to look because I don't remember the top of my head, 57 delegates. So winning all 16 states guarantees a nomination.
Oof. So this is kind of like a make or break day for.
If you go half C's,
Well, it's gonna fit. It's gonna cull the herd a little bit.
100%.
It'll cull it 100%.
Yes, there'll be none left. Oh. This is an announcement. The purge is beginning. I'm just throwing that out there just in case the purge actually happens. So I said it first.
you got hipster rights on the purge.
No, that way I can be like, you know, they could be like all the clips is like, oh, we knew this was gonna happen. This podcast, they said it first, and then we'll get all the advertisement money.
Oh, that'll be dope. But will we still be alive?
Yeah, fuck that shit. Purge mask. I live in a kind of wealthy area. All my windows have bars on them and shit.
I know I'm not surviving the purge, and that's just because, like, I'm going to need to go outside.
But you know the purge is happening before the purge happens. Come to my house.
That seems like a lot of effort.
You'd be on the fucking roof, like, smoking a joint.
Just, oh, shit, purge was supposed to happen.
Fuck,
Is that?
man,
Oh,
the fucking
man.
purge. So
Missed
who do you think is going to get purged? You know, because in the running still, you know, is Joseph R. Biden.
His middle name's R?
I don't know, but I bet you it's right. Hold on. We're going real cash with this. I'm going to hit the Google.
Joseph Hard R. Biden.
Oh, shit.
What is his middle name? Or do they only give middle names to presidents that have been assassinated?
Oh, boy. All right. It's Joseph Hard R. Biden.
Is it?
You know what the hard R is?
What?
Robinette.
Robinette?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bully. I'm not trying to cyberbully it, but
That sounds like an instrument.
Jesus fucking
It sounds
Christ.
like the type of instrument someone who can play the clarinet but wants to play the saxophone tries to play.
I honestly...
Like, actually, it's my own made-up thing. It's a robinette. Like,
fuck, man.
it just sounds annoying. All right.
Cannot.
So Biden just won South Carolina,
He won South Carolina.
which is
By
bullshit.
the way, by 4... No, it's not, because here's the thing, is that for some reason, black people in South Carolina really love Joe Hard R. Biden.
It's because he had a black friend.
He had a black friend, and he had other black friends come out and endorse him. And I'm not going to say that the people of color in South Carolina don't know what they're doing, because that's reductive and wrong. They see something in him that I don't.
What do you think they see in him?
I don't know, but I do know that they don't represent the view of all people of color in America.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, you're meaning to tell
It's
me
not a monolith?
that one group of any singular ethnicity don't then act as a proxy for all ethnicities?
Not always. Unless you're Jewish.
Oh.
But like, in your particular sect of Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Because Jews do have a lot of sex.
Yeah. Or Catholicism. You know.
Correct.
You know. The other candidate that's really up there, you know, of course, is Tulsi Gabbard. You know. I don't even know she's still running. I legitimately don't know.
Has no one thrown water on her yet?
I don't know.
And just like melted her?
I'm gonna throw something out there. It's like a side tangent. She's a little bit awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I know of Tulsi Gabbard is from like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Like
she's actually a little bit awesome.
I don't know what her deal is.
When she was actually a co-chair of the DNC when they screwed Bernie over in 2016. She quit because of it. She quit because she saw what they were doing to him.
And she saw that she could take advantage of it too?
No, I mean, no. She really just got up and was just like, you know, this is not how it's supposed to be. And she left.
Okay, respect.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Her whole thing is, it really seems like
how's she still there, though?
I don't really know if she is.
Like, how's she still around?
I don't know if she dropped out, so I don't think so.
Like, she hasn't. She's still showing up in polls and stuff, but like at the very bottom consistently. It's like they need someone to just kind of compare the rest of them to. And so it's like, on a scale of Tulsi Gabbard to 10, how well are the rest of the contestants?
I don't know. I'm going to ask Google.
They're fucking contestants. It's not even, they're not even candidates. They're contestants.
This is a resource. It's called opensecrets.org. And it's a nonprofit that actually has listed everything from, like, even though I spelled it like Open Secrets with a W because I'm smart. Opensecrets.org is super awesome. They have, like, you know, how much they raised in the last quarter, everything. Who their influences are, who they're lobbying, who's lobbying them, all those things. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to go to politicians and elections, presidential, because I don't know everybody who's still running. No, I don't need to sound tempted.
So recently
we had Mike Bloomberg, who I like how we completely forgot Michael Bloomberg.
Oh, you forgot. It's
Bloomberg.
You got Bernie, Bloomberg, Biden.
Hold on.
The big B's.
Bloomberg spent so far, as of the last reporting, the last quarter, $464,173,378 of his own money.
$464 million. The rest of that doesn't matter. But $464.
And that's pocket change for him.
Gee.
Do you know if you made $200,000 a month, it would take you 170 years to become a billionaire?
And that's assuming I don't have like expenses and stuff, right?
Right. Yes.
That's just like all of that is going to straight savings.
Wow, we forgot Elizabeth Warren. I'm sorry because her performance in South Carolina was abysmal, and really, her performance is just not.
As much as I want to like Elizabeth Warren, it seems like her campaign is trying to ride coattails too much. Where it's either trying...
Well, I mean, it was until, you know, it's like, you know, having the same politics as Bernie, you get, you know, it's not good for you.
True.
Biden, of course. Tulsi Gabbard.
So we got Warren, Biden, Bernie, Bloomberg, Tulsi. We had Mayo, Pete, just drop out. We had Amy.
Let's see. Michael Bennett.
Richard.
Who dropped out? Michael Bennett, Cory Booker, Steve Bullock, Pete Buttigieg, Julian Castro, John K. Delaney, Kirsten Gillibrand,
Castro, he's out.
Mike Gavel, Kamala Harris, John Hickenlooper, Jay Inslee, Amy Klobuchar, William Missim, Steph Moulton. Who the fuck are these? Beto O'Rourke, Deval Patrick, Tim Ryan, Joe Stisek. Who the fuck is that? Tom Steyer, Eric Stilwell.
Wait. Did Tom drop out?
We'll talk about that later in the episode. Marianne Williamson, Andrew Yang, Bill de Blasio. which people don't remember that because he ran for like a whole 2 weeks.
De Blasio.
De Blasio. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like, I'm going to be honest, especially because the states that they're going to be in, which I don't know if I should list these, but I don't know.
All right, what states are they going to be in?
Well, let's look at Bernie.
Solid,
Let's look
liquid,
at
and gas.
Bernie. Let's look at Bernie Sanders' Twitter because he's the person who has actually been tweeting about it because that's the kind of thing that he does. Not Beanie Sanders, Bernie.
Yo, Beanie Sanders would. I need to steal
I'd
that.
vote for him.
I'd steal that Twitter handle so quick.
80 people, we got it. Alabama, American Samoa, Arkansas, California,
Wait,
Colorado.
where is American Samoa?
Off the coast of mind your own fucking business. Colorado. It's off the West Coast.
But is it a state? Does it have
No, it's not a
delegates?
state.
Does it have
It
delegates?
does have delegates.
I didn't know
Probably
that.
like 2. I don't know how many.
Do territories get delegates?
They should. Why not?
I mean, I agree they should, but I just didn't know that they did.
I'm not saying they don't get as many, but
do
they do get some.
I did not know
Because
that.
you know what it is that like there are different districts, and depending on the district, it's like, oh, so like, you know, some districts have more because the districts represent smaller groups of people, you know, and they need more representation. So
That totally makes sense. I just did not know that
but
territories.
I don't know how
receive
many.
delegates.
Like American Samoa as a whole could be one district. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
But like, how many delegates does Puerto Rico have? Tell me the exact number. Tell me.
who? Alabama, American Samoa, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia.
That's a good grip of states right there.
It is. And the reality is I think that
It also seems like a lot of states that would kind of, sort of, maybe lean socialist. If
I don't know, because here you go. You have Alabama, Arkansas, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia. I really feel like those states, you know, I don't know everybody. I don't know a ton, but I do know that politically, you know, granted, you know, I don't know how Democrats in those states turn out.
I don't know, if I feel like Utah actually probably supports more socialist policies than it wants to let on, just because, like, the culture of Utah is very communal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reality is a lot of these states, Alabama, Arkansas, Colorado, Mass, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Utah, Vermont a little bit less, Virginia, have huge swaths of poor people,
Yeah.
you know, so that might benefit Bernie, but I'm going to be honest and say,
And so Super Tuesday is the event where all of these states basically say where their delegates are going.
well, I mean, that's when people vote, you know, and the votes determine the delegates. The
And this
delegates
is-
don't matter until the convention, because if you have 1,991 delegates, you win a nomination. If you have less than that, you get a broker convention where there's a bunch of rules that I don't want to say because I don't know them all, you know, but you can, like, for example, if you drop out and you have one delegate, which you probably will, if you drop out, you have one delegate, you can give your delegate to a candidate.
Like, you as the candidate
Yeah.
who is, or as
Yeah.
the former candidate
Yeah.
can say, I secede all my delegates to
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah. So you can commit your yes.
That seems like there
But
could be a
generally-
little...
but not really,
collusion
because
type
when you drop out, you probably weren't doing well. You don't have a lot. Pete Buttigieg's 40 is not really enough to make a dent when you need 1,991.
True, but every number counts.
It
That's
does,
why
though.
we vote.
That is, I mean, but it is true when it comes to that. California, I don't know. California seems big Bernie territory to me, but that's because I'm stuck in my coastal, you know, thinking about. I don't
You'd
know
actually
California.
be surprised at like the way the districting in California lays out.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if California goes like Bloomberg. Just because,
But the reality is that Bloomberg, in my opinion, is doing nothing but splitting the vote from Biden. But the reality
Wait, what?
is that you would think that it's bad for them to be splitting the vote, but it's not, because they've split the vote. If they drop out and commit to Biden, then he'll get their delegates. So it doesn't really matter if they split the vote. Warren, if she's splitting Bernie's vote and she drops out, is she going to support Bernie Sanders? Will she commit her delegates to him?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd like to think policy-wise she'd probably commit them. As far as just their adjacency in policy.
Well, 4 years ago, her policies are much different. Her policies were kind of the same at the beginning of this, and then they slowly started to shift back. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the question comes down to, who do we think is going to beat Trump, or who do they think is going to beat?
Well, they think Biden's going to beat Trump for some magical, mystical reason.
Which that doesn't make sense to me.
Not to me either. But a lot of times, people, including Bernie Sanders, even though Bernie's policies, I agree with his policies, are disconnected from the ground. The reality on the ground is different than what you get from people who show up to your town halls. The people who have time and money to take time out of their day to show up to your town halls. You know what I mean?
They do have different interests than the majority of the people. But then you got to ask yourself, the people who have the time and availability to vote
are the same people. But you want to represent kind of all of those people. But I'm not saying that like Bernie's completely disconnected, but I think that a lot of times that's what happens. They're disconnected from the reality on the ground. You know, and the reality on the ground is, I do not think that Biden, from a policy perspective, is not for me. I don't believe, and I don't think that he can beat Trump. I don't care that he has a stutter and has had a stutter his whole life, but for the majority of people in America who aren't as conscientious or progressive as I am, they're just going to see him stuttering on stage against someone who's going to make no sense but appeal to emotion while they're gabbing on stage and going back and forth.
And someone who would also actually proactively make fun of that stutter while they're debating.
Yeah. You know, and then of course you have, and to be fair, then you have Elizabeth Warren. I think that she would do really good on stage against Trump. Do I want her is the question when it comes to her. I don't think so. Tulsi Gabbard has no support. She's not winning.
Tulsi Gabbard. Next person.
Continuing. Michael Bloomberg, who I heard a lot of people say, oh, he's devoid of personality.
I've heard so many people
tell you
pro
something.
Bloomberg.
I do believe that there is a possibility of him winning if it was him versus Trump. Yes. Mm-hmm. But as someone who has been thrown up against the wall and patted down during stop and frisk, fuck him.
That's totally fair.
You know,
just as an outside observer who's hearing all these pro Bloomberg people making fun of Trump supporters and then echoing the same shit, saying, well, he's got so many charities. Well, he's run a business successfully. He's, of course, going to run a country well. He's got all these billions. He can't be swayed by private interest. But he is the private interest.
He is. I look at my news and I see Bloomberg News, Bloomberg News, Bloomberg News, Bloomberg News. Is that really what we want in this country?
Like, just you can't shit on Trump supporters for being blindly disconnected to a billionaire and or blindly allegiant to following the money is power thing, and then also support Bloomberg. It just seems too hypocritical.
It's almost like both parties are run by, and I mean parties, I don't mean individuals. I mean the DNC and the RNC are both run by people who are really just trying to take advantage of poor people.
No. The political parties would never want to take advantage of the poor people. What would they have to gain?
A lot of Republicans, not all, but a lot, have poor people fighting for rich people. Again, fighting against their own interests.
You mean like for trickle-down economics and tax cuts for big businesses so that way they may once grace us with their employment presence once again? Oh, please, please, big corporate daddies, let me suckle upon thine teats.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not, because I'm a fucking liberal cuck, I don't know, I can't tear apart the DNC as much. But you can look at how they've treated what's going on with Bernie, and you can see that they're full of a bunch of fucking elitist assholes also who have the same exact kind of fucking views.
My pearls!
You know, like it's the same. The people are afraid of Bernie because they're afraid that he's going to destroy their establishment. They're literally afraid they're going to be put up against the wall and shot. I'm going to tell you something. Bernie is not going to fucking put anyone against a wall. He's not going to strip anybody's freedoms away. Life probably really won't change for much.
Well, can
I just say,
yeah.
They're afraid because they deserve it. They feel a fear of being persecuted because they know that they've done some sort of wrong. Because if the constituents of the people they're supposed to represent actually had voices,
then would they still get their shit?
Just saying.
Well, so I like to describe it as there's two different kinds of fear of Bernie right now. There's the fear that one, he won't beat Trump, and then there's the fear that he will.
Yes, and the first one, by the way, nobody knows who's going to beat Trump. So
it's just kind of class. I love this Kate McKinnon line in SNL where she's playing Elizabeth Warren, but I just think it's such an apt line. Where there's a lot of chatter about whether or not I'm electable. Here's how you solve that question: elect me. Like, it's a simple fucking solution. People are gonna wonder, is he gonna beat him? Is he gonna win? Is he electable?
Vote for him. That's
Vote.
it.
Fucking do it. Talk is, to quote the immortal DMX, talk is cheap, motherfucker.
So now, are we a pro Bernie podcast? Because
What?
I don't know. Because to be honest, like, I was not full Bernie. I was looking at policies.
You were pretty Yang Gang for a while.
I still am, and guess what? They are too. Because everybody's courting the fuck out of him. So I guess there's something right going on there.
You think if there was like a Bernie Yang ticket?
No, because it's too progressive.
Ooh,
it's
too different.
It is a little bit. You do need someone to appeal. It's still a game. You got to have somebody who appeals. But here's
Honestly,
the thing.
I think the ticket might be Klobuchar Bernie.
But it's not going to happen now because she supported Biden.
Specifically
against Bernie.
Oh, that's true. Then maybe Warren? But she ain't gonna back down.
I don't know.
She'll never back down.
Would she support him? I don't know. But here, are we picking Bernie? I don't know.
I want Bernie to win Super Tuesday.
I want him to win as well.
I am hoping he does. Now, the real question is, do you think he will? We have our idealistic prediction.
Can I be honest?
What do you think's the reality?
I think the reality is that it's going to be real tight. I think it's going to be no one's coming out of Super Tuesday with 1,375 delegates.
No one's taking the pot.
Nobody's just going to sweep.
It's
going to be very close. And to be honest, Biden, because technically he's slightly ahead in delegates now, but it doesn't matter. It's just because of how the districts fall out. It's going to stay this close. And that's a problem for Bernie.
To keep it close.
Keeping it close is not good, because if it's not, he has to have 1,991 delegates. Or he is not going to get the nomination. They will do anything that they can. They're already lobbying superdelegates against him. That's it.
Oh, so you're going even a step further to say the system
But they are, though. They're actively campaigning superdelegates against him.
Ooh.
So if it becomes a broker convention, they are not going. They might, but like they're being pushed really hard. He has to win these next 2 big rounds of voting. He's gonna win New York. Florida's probably gonna go to Biden.
I don't know. Bloomberg might get New York. He's got a lot.
You know
of
he
pull
does. And the thing is that if Bloomberg splits the vote, then it's gonna be Biden.
Bloomberg's going to split the vote from Bernie.
Yeah.
I could see that.
You know,
Who
who do I want to win? I want Bernie. Who I think is going to come slightly ahead? I think it's going to be Biden.
Okay. You know what? I hear you. I hear your prediction. I'm not going to let that negativity into my sphere. As much as I think that is a well-informed choice, I think Bernie's gonna come out just a couple inches ahead. I agree. It'll be tight. It'll be tight. But I think it'll be Bernie, Biden, Bloomberg, in that order.
I can see it. I don't think so.
I think the same people. Well, at least I hope. I have too much idealistic hope. That's the problem. But I hope the same people who got annoyed with the concept of Trump buying the presidency agree that Bloomberg buying the same presidency is just as nauseating, and that at least look, I can't fucking stand Bloomberg.
Me either.
Like,
I didn't even want to consider him.
Like, just eat the rich already. Come on.
Well. We got a little prediction in, so
all right, that's
I think
we're
if you
locking
keep listening, I think you're gonna find out how things fall out.
All right, to be continued.
To be continued.